Imagine a solid rod of steel spinning fast enough to blur, instantly sheared into a perfect cylinder in a shower of sparks. For decades, transforming raw metal into a useful part meant putting a human operator at a lathe. A machinist had to physically turn the dials and guide the cutting tool across the cross-slide to carve out a single, precise piece. Making one precise screw or pin by hand is entirely manageable, but scaling that process to produce hundreds of thousands of identical parts economically is impossible for human hands. Fatigue sets in, the machining speed drops, and accuracy drifts. The modern factory solves this with computer numerical control, or CNC machines. These systems rely on digital code to tell servo motors exactly when and where to move the tools, guaranteeing a perfect cut every time. Yet long before digital CNCs were invented, engineers achieved fully automated, computer-less mass production. They built a machine that remains heavily utilized on factory floors right now, the Traub machine. Depending on the complexity of the part, a single Traub machine can produce anywhere from 28 to 2100 high-precision pieces every hour, and it does this without executing a single line of digital code. Instead of a digital microprocessor reading software, the Traub machine operates on a purely physical, mechanical program. By translating continuous rotational motion into sequenced physical logic, this machine proves that entirely mechanical automation can match and often exceed digital systems in raw manufacturing throughput. To understand how this physical programming works, we start at the base. The heavy cast iron bed serves as the foundational anchor, absorbing vibration and supporting every component we are about to add. Next, we mount the power source. An electric motor delivering between 2 and 4.6 kilowatts drives the headstock, which houses a robust internal gear system. The headstock rotates the spindle. This is the mechanism that grips the raw material, a solid metal rod ranging from 15 to 80 millimeters in diameter, locking it securely in place using a specialized clamp called a collet chuck. Once activated, the motor spins the spindle and the metal rod continuously at highly specific speeds, anywhere from 200 to 6,500 revolutions per minute. Now we face the central mechanical challenge. How do we force sharp cutting tools to repeatedly engage the spinning metal rod and then retract at exact depths without a computer firing electrical signals to drive motors? The solution is the camshaft. This single rotating steel shaft acts as the mechanical logic unit of the entire Traub machine. Attached to this shaft are cams. A cam is simply an irregularly shaped metal disc designed to translate rotational motion into linear motion. As the camshaft slowly rotates, the irregular outer edge of the cam physically pushes against a mechanical follower. This follower is directly linked to the cross slide, the heavy tool post holding the cutting blade. The exact shape of the cam acts as the instruction set. A steep rising curve on the cam's edge forces the follower, and therefore the cutting tool, forward into the metal at high speed. When the follower reaches a flat, perfectly circular section of the cam, the tool stops advancing. It holds perfectly still at a precise depth, carving a smooth diameter into the spinning rod. And when the cam profile sharply drops off, springs instantly snap the follower back, pulling the tool safely away from the metal. The physical geometry carved into this steel lobe is the machining program. Every curve dictates exact feed rates, depths, and withdrawal speeds. By carving these precise instructions directly into a steel camshaft, the Traub machine permanently locks in the perfect sequence. There is no human hesitation, no electrical latency, and no computational lag. Just hard, physical logic driving continuous production. A single cut is rarely enough. Producing standard industrial components like steel bolts or medical pins requires multiple operations in sequence, such as turning down the diameter, facing the end flat, and cutting threads. To accomplish this, the Traub machine employs multiple tool posts and a turret attachment, allowing several different cutting tools to be mounted around the workpiece at the same time. To coordinate these movements, all of these separate tool posts are driven by different cams stacked onto the exact same rotating camshaft. Because they share a single drive shaft, the timing is mechanically absolute. The angles of the cams are aligned so that the tool facing the metal retracts precisely a fraction of a second before the threading tool moves in. collisions are physically impossible. Specialized add-ons like a drilling attachment or threading attachment snap directly into this exact same synchronized mechanical rhythm. Even the auxiliary systems are integrated. A mechanically triggered coolant system automatically floods the cutting zones with fluid exactly when the friction peaks, preventing the tools from overheating during intense cutting cycles. As the camshaft completes one full rotation, the final operation triggers. A parting tool drives inward, severing the completely finished component and dropping it into a collection bin. But the system would be useless if an operator had to load a new piece of metal for every single part. Total automation requires a constant supply of raw material. This is handled by the bar feed attachment. The moment the finished part drops, the collet chuck briefly opens, and this mechanism pushes the raw steel rod forward by the exact required length before the chuck clamps it tight again. The spindle never stops spinning. The camshaft never stops turning. This perfect synchronization of multi-cam cutting and continuous material feeding creates an unbroken manufacturing loop, churning out thousands of identical parts while running completely unattended. If this purely mechanical loop is so fast and reliable, why aren't Traub machines the only lathes found on modern factory floors? The answer becomes clear when we compare the Traub's mechanical brain to the computer at the helm of a standard CNC machine. A modern CNC lathe offers ultimate flexibility. If an engineer needs to change a part's diameter or add a new groove, the operator simply types new coordinates and G-code into the console. The machine instantly adapts its next production cycle. The Traub machine, however, is entirely rigid. Because its logic is carved into steel, changing a single dimension of a part requires physically altering the machine's brain. Engineers must mathematically calculate new paths, physically machine brand new steel cams, and manually bolt them into place. To even begin production, a highly skilled operator must use specialized tools, like a cam setting device, to precisely calibrate the mechanical timing of all these custom lobes. The massive time investment required just to set up a new production run makes it useless for rapid prototyping, small batch orders, or products that undergo frequent design iterations. If the setup is this arduous and rigid, why does this older technology still command a massive presence across modern manufacturing? This chart shows cost per part on the vertical axis against total parts produced on the horizontal axis. The answer lies strictly in the mathematics of extreme mass production. The line for CNC production starts relatively low and remains flat. The cost to make the first part is nearly the same as the 10,000th. The line for the Traub machine starts extremely high due to the expensive manual setup, but as production volume pushes into the hundreds of thousands, that cost plunges dramatically, crossing well below the CNC baseline. Because the base Traub machine is cheaper to purchase, consumes less power, and runs an unbroken loop requiring almost zero human oversight, the cost to produce each individual part eventually approaches zero. Specific sectors operate entirely on this economic curve. Automobile manufacturers require endless supplies of specific transmission shafts and pins. The electrical industry demands millions of identical copper terminals, and the medical field relies on vast quantities of standardized surgical components. These are industries where a single product design might not change for a decade, and the order volume is measured by the millions. Computer numerical control easily dominates the realm of manufacturing flexibility, but for the infinite replication of precise components, specialized logic carved physically into steel remains an unbeatable engine of industry.